What's going on, guys? My name is Chandler. I'm one of the editors here at A1 Trading. You probably see me mostly on Nick's personal channel. I'm filling in for James today on our EdgeFinder video. What we're doing today is we're going to look at the top buy and top sell pairs. What we have in front of us here is the A1 EdgeFinder. You probably recognize it if you've been watching for a while, but if you've never heard of it, this is our in-house trading software. What this thing does is it gathers information from all over the place and puts it all into one little area. So if you've been going around doing trading research on 1,000 different sites, this really centralizes all the information that you need, and it just makes things a whole lot simpler. So some things that the EdgeFinder does: we got the score chart here. This is a good place to start. I know this is where Trader Nick usually starts his day, over here in the score chart. We also got our market heat map. I personally like this thing a lot. I use it when we title our live streams in the morning. We've got our economic news page. All things news comes through here, pulled from a bunch of different sources. A brand new feature that the EdgeFinder has, this came out just recently. I think it was like last week, maybe a week and a half ago. The Fed tracker. This thing is brand spanking new. It deals with a lot of indices, stock market impact, dollar impact, gold impact. Happening right now is our Black Friday sale. We got 40% off on everything in our store, including the EdgeFinder. That's right, EdgeFinder is 40% off, as well as everything else in our store. Perfect time to grab this thing for the holidays. You know, it's if you were looking for a reason to buy this thing, 40% off. That's our biggest sale of the year. Now would be the perfect time to grab hold of this thing and never let go. It's a one-time purchase. Once you've got it, you got it for good. But going back to the score chart, we're going to start down here, at the very bottom, at pound New Zealand. We can see we got the strongest sell on the chart here. It's a -8 score. That's crazy. So we're going to go look at this. For those of you who are going to trade in the upcoming week, this could be some useful information. Looking at pound New Zealand, we got a score of -8. And as the EdgeFinder says, that is a very strong sell bias. So here we got COT data is a -1. If we come down here to the sentiment section, New Zealand has a 45.83% long, while pound has a 30.47% long. And over here we've got 54.17% short on New Zealand, and pound is a 69.53% short. Now this is what the smart money traders are doing. Now over here's the retail sentiment. These are what the retail traders are doing. A lot of it's pretty split. It's almost 50-50, but just a little bit more on the long side. Retail traders, 52% long, 48% short. It's very close, very tight. As you can see here, retail sentiment's at a 0. It's very neutral. It's almost split right down the middle. Seasonality is a -1. So if we come over here to this chart, we have these things up here in the legend here. We got all-time average, the last 5 years average, and the current year average. So the current year average, boom, it's dropping. November, it's going down. So that's what it's doing right now. So in the last 5 years, it's going down too, if you see that right there. So the last 5 years, it's not dipping as hard as it is right now, but it's moving down. And if you see all-time average, it sort of levels out a little bit heading into December. So our trend reading's -2. Again, that's another sign for a strong sell bias. And if you ever wonder how the EdgeFinder is collecting this data and how it's putting all these numbers together, you can come down here to the output summary, and this will break down just about everything that you're looking at. Like this will really simplify what the numbers mean. How does it reach this score? What is going on here? This area here is where you want to go if you're not quite understanding why some things are saying what they're saying. And the GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, interest rates, it's all -1, as you can see right there. So if we go over to the daily chart here, that we got our price forecast. So this is predicting what might happen. This isn't written in stone. So if the price goes up a little bit, if we get an uptrend, these are the prices that we'll be looking at. See, as you can tell, it'll start going back down again. At any point in the video, obviously, you can pause this, take a good look at these numbers without, me talking over you, reading this stuff. If we're looking at unemployment rates, we got the pound, we got a 3.5 unemployment rate, New Zealand, 3.3%. Interest rate is a 3% on pound. New Zealand is a 3.5%. All right. GDP growth on the pound is a -0.2%, while GDP growth in New Zealand is a 1.7%. Over here on inflation, we got a 10% in pound, 7.2% in New Zealand. So overall, it's a bias towards New Zealand by 0.5%. 0.50% bias towards New Zealand after all that. So going into the week, yeah, you got a strong sell on pound New Zealand. Our strong buy pair at the very top of the page, all in blue, USD CAD. Strong buy. It's got a score of 5. So let's take a look at that. Let's go find it in the chart here. I think it's a major currency pair. There it is right there. USD CAD. That's just a buy. I said it was a strong buy. Well, maybe I'm a little too excited. It's just a buy. The EdgeFinder says we got a score of 5 here. So let's determine why that is. COT data is a 1. Over here in the sentiment section, we got smart money trader decisions here. USD, we got a 77.17% long, while CAD is 40.68% long. USD is 22.83% short, while CAD is 59.32% short. That's what the smart money traders are doing. Over here is the retail sentiment. These are retail traders. This is not as split as the other pair we were looking at. We got a 73% long with a 27% short. That gives us a -1 in the retail sentiment section. On seasonality, we got a positive one. So let's see what it's doing. The current year average for this pair, dollar CAD, it is going down. Normally, what we'd see, the all-time average, it's almost a straight line. Boom. Right into December, it's tilting up just a little bit, but not by much. And then in the last 5 years, it goes up a little bit, and then once we're hitting December, boom, we're heading back down a little bit. The GDP growth, we got a +1, so GDP growth in the dollar, 2.6%, while in the CAD is a 0.8%. Inflation is a -1. Inflation, 7.7% dollar, 6.9% CAD. Okay. So unemployment rate, we got a +1, 3.7% unemployment in the dollar with a 5.2% in CAD unemployment rate. The interest rate is a 4% in dollar and a 3.75% in CAD. So if you take all this information, the EdgeFinder is nice enough to give us our bias, 0.25% bias towards dollar. So again, guys, we got the 40% off sale on the EdgeFinder, Black Friday sale. It's the biggest sale that we do every year. So if you've had any thoughts on getting the EdgeFinder, if you've been kind of teetering on the edge, like, I don't know if I want it, maybe I do. It looks great, but I don't know about the price. Now is the time to do it. 40% off, that's a huge sale in A1 trading. So now would be a great time to get a hold of the EdgeFinder. So guys, go out there, trade safe, good luck, and have a great day.